You're about to quit, aren't you? Something's been hitting you from every angle. Your finances are crumbling. Your relationships are toxic. Your mind is under siege. And you're wondering if God has forgotten you. Here's what's really happening. You're not being punished. You're being promoted. And the enemy is absolutely terrified. But before I reveal why he's fighting you so hard, let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed that the worst attacks happen right before your biggest breakthroughs? That's not coincidence. That's warfare. Right now, I'm going to expose the 7 specific attacks the devil launches right before God uses you. Not spiritual theory, not feel-good platitudes. The actual warfare tactics he's using against you today. By the end of this video, you'll recognize every single attack, know exactly how to counter them, and walk into your breakthrough with unshakable confidence. Because here's what I discovered after 20 years of ministry. The intensity of the attack reveals the magnitude of your breakthrough. And he's fighting you this hard because your promotion is going to devastate his kingdom. So stay with me, because what I'm about to show you will change everything. Your car breaks down. Medical bills pile up. Work becomes unstable. You're staring at your bank account thinking, how can I follow God's calling when I can't even survive? Listen carefully. This isn't coincidence. He's not attacking your money. He's attacking your faith. He wants you to believe that God's provision isn't enough, that you must choose between his calling and your survival. But here's what he doesn't want you to know. Jesus had no money when he changed the world. Paul worked as a tent maker while preaching the gospel. Moses left Egyptian wealth to lead God's people through the wilderness. Stop making financial security your God. Your provision comes from God, not your circumstances. When he calls you to step out, the provision is already prepared. Here's what's really happening. Every financial attack is actually God repositioning you for increase. David killed Goliath with a sling and stone, not an army's budget. Your breakthrough doesn't need funding. It needs faith. The enemy attacks your finances because he knows that desperate people make desperate decisions. But you're not desperate. You're dangerous. And that leads me to attack number 2. Suddenly your spouse doesn't understand your vision. Your children are rebellious. Your closest friend spreads lies. People you trusted are questioning your sanity. Here's why this is happening. He knows that isolated people make desperate decisions. Cut off your support system, and you'll abandon your calling to keep the peace. But let me remind you of something. Jesus' own family thought he was crazy. Mark 3 verse 21 says they came to take charge of him because they believed he was out of his mind. Joseph's brothers sold him into slavery because they were jealous of his dreams. Stop trying to keep everyone happy. You cannot carry God's calling and people's approval simultaneously. Some relationships will survive your breakthrough. Others won't. Here's the truth that will set you free. Every betrayal is actually positioning you for promotion. What the enemy means for evil, God uses for good. Your breakthrough will attract the right people and repel the wrong ones. The people who truly belong in your life will support your God-given vision. The ones who don't weren't meant to stay. But wait, it gets worse. Attack number 3 is even more vicious. On top of everything else, you can't think clearly. Depression hits like a freight train. Anxiety becomes your constant companion. You're doubting God's voice. You're questioning your sanity. This is his master strategy. Control your thoughts. Control your destiny. He floods your mind with fear, doubt, and confusion right when you're about to break free. But here's something that will shock you. Paul had a thorn in the flesh, a messenger of Satan. Yet God said, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." Your mental battles might be qualifying you for your breakthrough. Take every thought captive to obey Christ. When fear whispers, "You're not qualified," you declare, "I can do all things through Christ." When doubt says, "You're crazy," you respond, "I know whom I have believed." The enemy wouldn't fight this hard if you weren't such a threat. Your mental battles are proof that your breakthrough is going to do serious damage to his kingdom. Stop entertaining his thoughts. Start declaring God's truth. But here's where it gets really personal. Attack number 4 will make you feel completely alone. Meanwhile, your closest friends stop calling. Your family acts strange around you. People who supported your dreams start questioning your vision. You feel completely alone. This is calculated. He isolates you from community because God's greatest moves happen through connection. make you feel abandoned so you'll abandon your calling. But I want to remind you of something powerful. David strengthened himself in the Lord when his own men wanted to stone him. Jesus sent disciples out 2 by 2, but he also spent 40 days alone in the wilderness before his breakthrough. Stop seeking validation from people who cannot see your vision. God didn't call them to your assignment. He called you. Strengthen yourself in the Lord like David did. Your breakthrough doesn't need a committee's approval. It needs your obedience. Sometimes God isolates you to eliminate distractions before he elevates you. The right people will come into your life at the right time. Trust God's timing. But attack number 5 hits you where you feel most vulnerable. Prayer doesn't work. Reading the Bible feels dry. Church feels empty. You're thinking, maybe I'm not as spiritual as I thought. Maybe God doesn't want to use me. Here's his endgame. He wears you out spiritually so you'll make poor decisions. If he can exhaust you, he can defeat you. But listen to this truth. Even Jesus got tired. Elijah got so exhausted he wanted to die. But God didn't abandon them in their fatigue. He refreshed them. Stop trying to perform for God. Rest in his presence. Sometimes the most spiritual thing you can do is sleep. Get refreshed in his word. Your spiritual fatigue is actually evidence that you've been fighting the good fight. Isaiah 40 verse 31 promises that those who wait on the Lord will renew their strength. Don't mistake weariness for weakness. You're tired because you've been battling, and you're about to win. Now here's where it gets physical. Attack number 6 targets your body. Right when you're about to step into your calling, your body starts breaking down. Mysterious illnesses appear. Chronic pain flares up. You're too sick to focus on God's plan. This is strategic warfare. He attacks your health because he knows that physical pain clouds spiritual vision. Make your body the enemy so you'll forget about your assignment. But let me show you something incredible. Paul had a thorn in the flesh that tormented him. Yet he wrote most of the New Testament. Joni Eareckson Tada became quadriplegic at 17, but her ministry has reached millions. Nick Vujicic was born without limbs, but he's preached to over 1 billion people. Your health crisis isn't stopping your breakthrough. It's preparing you for it. God often uses our greatest weaknesses to display his greatest strength. Stop letting sickness define your limitations. Start letting God define your possibilities. Some of the most powerful ministries were born out of hospital beds. The enemy attacks your health because he knows that healed people heal people. Your breakthrough will bring healing to others. But the final attack is the most deceptive of all. Finally, everything urgent demands your attention. Work becomes chaotic. Family emergencies multiply. Your schedule explodes. You're too busy to hear God's voice. This is his final play. He floods your life with urgent but unimportant things because he knows that distracted people miss their divine appointments. Keep you busy so you'll be too tired to be blessed. But here's what changed everything for me. Mary chose to sit at Jesus' feet while Martha was distracted by all the preparations. Jesus said Mary chose what was better. Noah built an ark while the world was busy with normal life. Stop majoring in minor things. Every distraction is actually a test of your priorities. What gets your attention gets your life. Your breakthrough requires laser focus. Cut out everything that doesn't align with your calling. The enemy sends distractions because he knows that focused people are dangerous people. Stop being busy. Start being intentional. Your breakthrough is waiting for your undivided attention. Now here's what all 7 attacks really mean. Here's what's happening right now. You're standing at the edge of your greatest breakthrough. The enemy sees it. Heaven sees it. The only question is, do you see it? So here's my challenge to you. Stop seeing your struggles as problems. Start seeing them as proof. Proof that your breakthrough is here. Proof that the enemy is scared. Proof that God is about to use you in ways that will change everything. But you must decide right now. Are you going to let these attacks drive you back? Or are you going to let them drive you forward? Stop praying for the attacks to stop. Start praying for the strength to dominate them. Because on the other side of this warfare is your greatest victory. The enemy knows this. That's why he's fighting so hard. But here's what he miscalculated. He picked the wrong person to mess with. You serve the God who never loses a battle. Act like it. And if you're ready to stop retreating and start advancing, then what I'm about to tell you will seal your victory. You're not just going to survive this battle, you're going to win it. And when you do, your breakthrough won't just change your life. It's going to change the lives of everyone God has assigned to your ministry. Stop retreating. Start advancing. Your breakthrough is not just coming, it's here. The greater one lives in you. It's time to act like it. Walk in your breakthrough. Now, if this message hit you exactly where you are right now, I need you to type breakthrough in the comments below. And if you know someone who's under attack and needs to hear this, share this video with them immediately. Subscribe and hit that bell for more spiritual warfare content that will transform your life. Your breakthrough is here. It's time to walk in it.